Hi, my name's Erin. I'm from Belfast in Northern Ireland and I studied geology at Durham University. So the first time I heard about the GeoTenerife programme was whenever I was in my second year at university, and an email got circulated around my year, and my lecturer then mentioned this internship again and said it would be a really good thing to apply for. And then going into my fourth year of university, I studied a volcano in Iran for my master's research project. So I decided that it would be good to get more work experience in a volcanology setting, and so that's why I decided to apply ultimately. I've been doing the Teide Summit Crater programme this month. So an ordinary day in the field to get up to the Teide Summit Crater involves an 8 AM start. It's about an hour and a half drive up to the crater, and then you actually have to get a cable car all the way up to the top with all the tourists. Then it's about a half an hour hike uphill to the crater, which can be quite tricky because of the altitude. And then during the day there are 38 different sample stations all around the crater. So we walk through them, we work through them one by one, just taking different gas samples from the soil at different depths and using a CO2 efflux machine to take samples from the surface. So an average day in the lab can be quite varied depending on what you're learning and what you're being taught. There was 3 different main machines that I would be using, and usually I would start on the micro GC machine, which is microchromatography, where you would just input the samples and it would measure things like helium, neon, methane, and you would go through, put in all the different samples, and then you'd have to go through and check that the machine had measured them correctly. I was also taught how to use the QMS machine on my second day, which is just a slightly different way of measuring the gas concentrations in our samples. And then later on, once I got a little bit more experience, I got to use the massive IRMS mass spectrometry machine. And then that machine was very, very cool. It took about half an hour to set up, and it could run 38 samples at the same time. So depending on the day, it's lots and lots of different things depending on who's in the lab with you. So the main aim of the project I was doing was to just continuously monitor the Mount Teide gas emissions. So obviously it's a massive volcano, it's the 3rd highest in the world or something like that, I think, and obviously if a big eruption was to occur it would have potentially catastrophic effects for the island. So we did lots of different things at the weekends this month. First thing we did was a dolphin and whale watching trip, which was really, really good. And other times we went for long hikes in different canyons, and just Ignacio was really, really good at going around and talking to us about the geology and even the wildlife. It was very clear that he knew a lot about the islands and really liked teaching us, which was really, really good. And then other days by ourselves we had the freedom to rent a car, to go to the beach, so we really got to visit every part of the island, which was really, really good. So for anyone applying or thinking of applying to this programme, and particularly the Teide Summit Crater programme, I would suggest that you do have to have a relatively good level of fitness. The walk up to the crater is hard, even if you're very fit because of the altitude. It does take a long time. You have to stop several times to take breath. Even the scientists who do it once a week were struggling sometimes. But if you do have the fitness level, the views are amazing when you get to the top. And the other thing is that it is hard work. Like, the hours in the lab are long, and sometimes you do get a bit tired and you wish you could go home. You wish you could have a lie-in the morning, but it is more rewarding if you just stick in there, do the work. And then the last thing would be to ask the scientists to do things. Don't just sit on a computer and think that you're expected to do that all day. I would recommend this programme, and I would recommend it to any undergraduate student who has an interest in volcanology, or it doesn't even have to be volcanology, because in La Palma there's soil surveys, there's water sampling surveys, and anyone who loves fieldwork in general, anyone who loves like hiking, being out and about, seeing very good views, and has a passion for science, any type of science. Really, it's been really, really good, and it's taught me a lot more. Like, you can't learn these types of things anywhere else, so anyone who has a passion for volcanology or just any type of chemical monitoring would really, really enjoy this programme.